right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 43 of An Evening with 112. And yeah, we're on later than usual. Um, Give me a second to set stuff up and I'll be happy to explain myself. So the reason why we're late is because um my job was asking for people to sign up to help for Black Friday because they were offering overtime. And so, of course, I had no problem signing up or asking to get the overtime. And so I go in uh like almost 2 hours ago, and then they told me specifically tonight to come in. So I was like, okay, I'll just work my regular shift. I'll go home for a couple hours and then go back up there and help. Well, I went and got up there just for them to tell me that I wasn't supposed to come in tonight. I was supposed to come in tomorrow night to help, even though they told me and I asked multiple times if it was tonight, and they said, yeah, it was this date. So, yeah, that's already put me in a fucking mood, to be quite honest with you, but I'm not going to take it out on anyone in the chat because that's just not right. And I'm not trying to put that kind of energy out, but yeah, that just really like fucking put me in a mood. And then this week has just fucking sucked. um and it's just like put me at my like almost at my breaking point. So, but it's okay though because um things ended up working out for me, and I was able to put in a transfer request, and I was talking to Alpha Red about this because he was going through the same thing that I was going through. Um and so as of Saturday, I'll be working at a different store with different management and um stuff like that. So I'll be getting out like an hour later. So we'll still do this at 9. Um but yeah, shout out to everyone that was wishing me good luck and sending positive juju because things ended up working out in the end. So thank you to thank you to everyone who um ended up everyone that ended up giving me that positive energy for that. So last week I opened up my on stream, I opened up all my Valaverse stuff that came in the mail, and we were very careful to make sure that we didn't show any 112 scale firearms too close to the camera to where YouTube would think it's an actual firearm. And luckily, the stream didn't get a strike or anything. So that's good. But yeah, I ended up contacting Valaverse about the Sidewinder QC issue, and they said that because he's a newer figure, that they would put me on a list, and I would be the first to be contacted whenever they start doing replacement parts for that Sidewinder, because unfortunately it is a huge QC issue. I thought it was just my copy, but Jay Gonzo got his in as well. And unfortunately, 3 of his Sidewinders had QC issues on the face like mine. So that kind of sucks. I was really anticipating that Sidewinder figure, and I'm kind of bummed that I spent $30 essentially to get a figure with quality control issues. So that's a bummer. And if anyone else is dealing with that, I completely feel you and I completely understand. And yeah, I would recommend just emailing Valverse, taking pictures of it, and explaining to them that your Day of the Dead Sidewinder had QC issues. So that way they know how consistent this QC issue has been for people. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up the figure news here, because there was some newer stuff that came out that I didn't talk about last week. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the almost 6-hour stream that I did. I know Woody didn't. Pops was not happy with the almost 6-hour stream. But listen, I figured, because he listens, he gets the replay of the streams whenever he's at work. So I figured, oh well, I figured why not? Why not oh, this is what I get for okay. Thought the stream died on me. Looking to see where they put up that picture of that one figure that I saw. There she is. All right, so it's only right that we start with this. So this is the Hazuki in pocket figure. I think she's considered Hazuki, but I think this is also a collab figure. This is with a game called Girls Frontline. I guess it's also like a gacha game, like Nikki, I think. What was the other one? Oh fuck. Honkai Rail, I think, was the other one. I think this is one of those fucking gachapon games where you have to gamble to get the characters that you want. So, which I'm not doing any of that. I just gambled with Valaverse and got a fucking QC issue, so I'm good. I think my gambling luck is on the bad side right now. But yeah, so this character is called, does she have T-Doll, I guess is her name. And so all her clothes are soft goods, just like any of the other Hasuki figures. And she does come with this really nice sniper rifle and these little shell casings, or the bullets, the little 50 cal bullets, or maybe those are 7.62s. But yeah, something like that. Like that's probably a pose I would leave her in on the shelf. Like this pose doesn't look bad. And now I'm kind of questioning who took these pictures. That's also not bad. This picture bothers me because what's going on, Red? Red and I got a win on Fortnite this morning. Um, it took us like 9 games to get a win because we were just talking and just shooting the shit and getting distracted, and then got dog walked by a bunch of sweaty players in the game. But yeah, see, like I don't necessarily like this pose, and you could tell that this rifle is too big for her because the buttstock just it's too much, like the width of her arms whenever she's trying to hold it. Um, but like this pose right here where she's got her arm resting on the sandbag and she's looking down the scope, that's fine. Um, yeah, this is a really good like this figure looks really good with all the soft goods. And I believe this is one of the first ones that comes on the new bodies. So if any of you that collect these type of figures, um, if you noticed with the older releases, I think they only had single jointed elbows and maybe double jointed knees. But now the new bodies that they're going to start using from this point on have the double jointed arms, double jointed knees, so you're able to pose them. Um, you're able to get better poses with them. But yeah, this looks really good. So this is a pre-order for me. I believe she's already on Bombasby. I'll check in a minute. Um, and she also does come with the little shell or the individual bullets. I think you get 2 bullets and 2 casings for the sniper rifle, 2 faceplates, an extra hairpiece. The magazine. I don't know what the hell those are. At the bottom, those might be pieces. I think those are pieces for the sniper rifle. Yeah, I think those are pieces for the sniper rifle. And then 5 extra sets of hands and then a stand. So, I mean, that's a pretty good, nice selection there. It kind of reminds me of it reminds me of what Figma did with the Tomitech Little Armory Girls, except I didn't really like those. It I don't know, something about the articulation I didn't like. The model kits themselves were fine. Um, Although if you wanted to, you could prime them and add more detail to the parts to make them look more realistic. But like the figures just they couldn't hold the weapons. Like there was one that came with a 50 caliber sniper rifle, but you couldn't get her in the pose to where she's laying down, looking down the sight of it. You could only have her running around with it in her hands. So, that's kind of yeah, unfortunate. And then Mafex showed, or Mafex, or whatever, showed some new images of Ra's al Ghul, this Batman. Uh, this is from Hush, but I don't really do Mafex, so that's a pass from me. But since Alpha Red is here, I feel like I'm obligated to at least show this Halle Berry figure since him and I were talking about this yesterday. Um, so obviously this is going to be like $100 figure. Most of the Mafex figures are, but why is it that for $100 we're still getting static dogs? Why are the dogs static? Are you telling me that these figures, which are now going for over $100, and that's not even counting whatever tariff fees or anything like that, and that's not even counting the shipping, that we can't get articulated dogs for this figure? I think this is also another reason why I don't do the Mafex figures anymore, because it feels like you don't necessarily get the value of the figure, or the cost, I guess, or the figure value for the cost that they're charging. So yeah, really unfortunate. The dogs do look rough too. I also don't know what's going on here in the front. Like, her thighs look weird. Not sure what's going on with the ass either. It's looking a bit, not quite sure. But yeah, static dogs that's a fucking L. The weapons look fine. They all look like the weapons that she had in chapter 3, but yeah, really unfortunate that the dogs look like shit. But Alpharetta did tell me that if you can find 2 of the orders from the classified series Law and Order, and you can find either a 3D printed file or find someone that makes these 1/12 scale dog vests, you could easily make more in scale German Shepherds for this Halle Berry figure. So you could go that route and it would look better, but this is kind of whack. The Owen is the one, but yeah, and the face doesn't look bad. It's just, I don't know what's going on with this lower half here. Like, I don't know if it's the pants, because I don't remember her pants making her legs look like that, but also could be the cuts here in the thighs. But yeah, something up here is not looking right. And then I also don't necessarily like what they did here, because it just makes her ass, the ass of the figure, look weird. So yeah, I don't know. That's probably going to be a pass for me. I'm wondering if, because there's a company on AliExpress that did a third-party John Wick they did one that was for chapter 2, or no, maybe they did one that was for chapter 3, and then they did one that was, I think it was like 3 figures from the last John Wick, because it was John Wick, it was Donnie Yen's character, the blind assassin, and then it was someone else, or maybe it was just him and Donnie Yen's character, but it came with a shitload of stuff. And I think it was $100 and something, give or take. But that one looked really good, and the faces looked really, really good for a third party. So maybe they'll do a figure of her for like, I don't know, maybe half the price that they're charging, because yeah, I just can't. I can't. I can't justify the. I can't justify that cost, dude. It's a lot, especially when shit is getting more and more expensive. Um. Oh yeah, this I can't remember what his name is from Hellboy. There's a there's a third party company that's making him. So, and it'll be all soft goods. And this is what everything will, obviously it'll be painted, but like he'll have the set of hands with the blades, all these different hands, the three head sculpts, the cap, the blade, the I think what is that, a Luger, and the holster to put it in. So that looks pretty good. Um, let's see. So Blocky showed their Mari from Evangelion. So since I guess they showed her, that means Ray and Asuka are in far behind. So, like I was telling Red, I'm gonna just go with the I think I was talking to Red about this. Can't remember. But I'm gonna go with the Blockies versions over the figure arts ones. It'll be like half the cost, and you actually get the cockpit with her. I think it was in one of these pictures. Yeah, you get a whole fucking cockpit for her, and you can have her look like she's sitting inside the Ava unit. So you could actually have all three of them look like that, and then you could display each of the units next to them, and it would look pretty cool. So, and I think these are only like 50. Maybe they'll be like 40 a piece. So, and I think the figure arts are, I think, like 70 or 80, give or take, maybe 90. So, yeah, I feel like you're getting more value out of that. Now, they showed these as well. I guess these are third party Pirates of the Caribbean figures, because that's Jack Sparrow. That's, what's that dude's name? Briggs. And there's the monkey. It comes with an anchor. So you get all this with it, which is cool, but I don't know. Oh, they have a glow in the dark feature. That's kind of cool. So I don't know if you get 3 skeletons or if you only get 1 skeleton. There is that Kickstarter that's coming out, I think, pretty soon, that is going to be pirate themed. I think, and that'll probably look better. Oh, we're going to talk about these. We're going to talk about those in a minute. This, obviously, we got to talk about this. This is the newest snail shell figure on the block. This is the Snail Shell Studios Foxfire Warrior Hanukkah swimsuit version. And she's pretty cool. I don't really like this face, though. I don't like the regular face plates with like the weird like blushing face. But when you throw the wolf mask on her, she looks fucking sick, or the fox mask, whatever that is. That's sick. And then these little drones. It reminds me of Black Ops 2. In the campaign, the villain, he has like an army of these big ass drones that you have to fight. They're probably about like 6 times the size. Maybe like 4 times the size of these little drones, but I like these. And she comes with an SMG and this kind of futuristic rifle. But yeah, like this wolf helmet is fucking sick. Like that's probably how I'll have her displayed on my shelf. But yeah, like this, I don't really like I don't know, it's like the weird blushing face I don't really like. But for some reason, she kind of reminds me of, well, for anyone that follows cosplayers, well, she's been in the cosplay game for fuck, like over a decade, I think. Jessica Negri, she kind of reminds me of her in this. Whereas like this face kind of reminds me of her. And if you're, well, this is for anyone that's a gamer. If you remember when Lollipop Chainsaw came out and they were doing the advertisements for it, she cosplayed as Juliet, who's the main character in that game, and she was in a few different advertisements for the game, and that's like the cosplay that like where she blew up. Like it was a cosplay that blew her up in the cosplay community, and that's how she shot up in the as like one of the most known cosplayers. But yeah, that's what this figure reminds me of. We'll take a look and see what the price is in a minute. But yeah, this figure looks really good. She reminds me of Black Ops 2, which is kind of funny and kind of sad at the same time, because if you're not an avid gamer, Activision put out their yearly Call of Duty, and it was supposed to be a sequel to Black Ops 2, which to me is probably I would consider one of the most innovative games from them, because there was more than one way to end the campaign. So there's multiple endings to the campaign, and every time you play it, you'll never get the same ending twice. So I always thought that was cool. I remember playing that. And yeah, that campaign is so good. So fucking good. So let me see. Let me find my figures real quick. And while I'm doing that, I'm gonna take a sip of water because I need my agua. Oh shit. Is this that same? Oh shit. Okay, we're showing this real quick. All right, so this might be something Alpha Red is interested in here. Red might be interested in this as well. So this is the Doan Studios Rage Z Boys figure, and it kind of looks like the same people that did that kind of Gorillas inspired figure that had the Aztec helmet on. So it says the pre-orders are currently available. So for the standard, it's 74. For the deluxe, it's 125. So I guess this is the regular version. Very cool. Really cool. I like the kind of respirator he has going on there. And he kind of reminds me of Borderlands a little bit. He's kind of got like the Borderlands style to him. So that's the regular. And then this is the deluxe, which I think looks even fucking cooler than the regular. So you get two different figures with this. So you get one where you can make him kind of this little demon. And he's got, this one's obviously a different color, like a different skin tone color than the one we just looked at, but he's got this like zombie head on a chain. And this is really fucking cool. It's really cool. I like that little zombie on the chain and his eyes can move. And I think the eyes are articulated on this one too. But yeah, this is really cool. I love his little kind of I was gonna say goth boots. Like they kind of look like they kind of remind me like Docs a little bit, but Docs have the Doc Martens, they have the strings, the laces to tie them. But Demonias also kind of look like these too, because Demonias, they have the spikes and stuff like that on them. But I really like this figure. I'm genuinely surprised this didn't pop up on my feed at all. Yeah, Red said he already pre-ordered the deluxe. Yeah, this kid is really fucking cool. I don't know which version I would keep him as. I don't know if I'd keep him as him or if I would switch him and have him like this with the little thing. It kind of sucks though because you're limited to the clothes you can put on him and the shoes. Maybe not the shoes. You might be able to find some type of shoes for him, but the clothes, I'm sure you could just order 1/12 scale clothes, just throw it on him. But yeah, I might have to. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to pop up and see on Bombasby or 5K. I don't know. Red, let me know if he's on 5K and what the deposit is. Cause yeah, I'm totally down to order this fucking guy. He's dope. He's kind of like it's kind of like the art style that I fuck with is kind of stuff like this. I don't want to say I'm an art collector because when I say that, it makes me sound very snooty. Like, oh, I'm an art collector, as I fucking swish my wine around in a glass while I look at like Jackson Pollock paintings or something. But no, I am an art collector. Whenever I go to conventions, I do try to buy at least one piece of artwork from an artist to support them. Like you can't see it because obviously the camera's here, but like I have this really dope ass print of Jinx from Arcane that I bought where the fuck all the way down in Bell County, which is like in the middle of fucking nowhere. I went to their Comic-Con and it was like 110 degrees outside and I almost died of dehydration. But yeah, like I have that there. I have some posters up here. I have some little art prints here. All behind me, I have Creature from the Black Lagoon stuff over there. I'm starting to hang up my horror art prints that I've bought for the past couple of years at Frightmare. Um, so I've always been a fan of art. Uh, that's even how I got into figure photography was art. Whenever I make dios, or I paint something, like I'm always involved in art. And yeah, this little guy is a piece of art that I want in my collection. Because he's cool. It'd probably scare the shit out of my niece. My niece is definitely not gonna be a fan of this this little guy. Um, but I definitely want him in my collection, and I don't know where he's gonna chill at. To be quite honest with you, I don't know if I'm gonna throw him up behind me with, um, if he's gonna go up there with the um, the trick or treaters, with the little, which thank you to Woody. Woody Triple Two got me one of those things pops. He found him at Target and he sent me like a box of stuff. And yeah, the little devil one back there was one of them. So I don't know. Maybe I'll put him next to him. I'm not sure, but yeah, I definitely want that. I definitely want that. But other than that, doesn't seem like much. I think. Oh, maybe we didn't talk about this. It was that Creative Beast Studios is doing this dragon, which looks really cool. So it's nice to know that more than one person is getting in the game when it comes to dragons. So it's not just Mythic Legions. You have these people, Creative Beast Studio. Just taking the cap out of this. That Creative Beast Studios is getting in the game, so that's cool. I'm still rocking the Creep Show water bottle. I have to. Probably one of the coolest birthday presents I got. I think I think the other one that would top that is, actually, did I show it on stream one time? Maybe I did. No, maybe last year when I did my birthday stream, I think I showed it. My sister sure bought me, when she went to the Mall of America, she bought me um this art print. Actually, she bought me two of them for my birthday. It was one of the Joaquin Phoenix Joker, and then the other one was like of Margot Robbie as Harley from Suicide Squad. And I think, I don't know where I put them. I think I have to get custom frames for them because they're specific sizes, but that they were reflective. So if you moved them, they showed a different image, and I can't remember if I showed that on. I might have been too scared to show it on stream because YouTube probably would have striked me for something. I missed it on the first one. If you know someone selling, let me know. Oh, the little Aztec one. Yeah, I've been trying to look at that one too, and I can't find them for less than, that little fucker shot up in price. I think he's like 170 on the low and probably like 300 plus on the high. Like I've been looking for him. So yeah, I can't find him, and it really sucks because I could have pre-ordered him. I could have locked in my pre-order on 5K, and I didn't. And I should have, sadly. But yeah, this the little figure is pretty cool. So let me pull up. Oh, this is what I meant to send Red. I meant to send Alpha Red this yesterday. when I was sending him stuff before I passed out. This is probably my most anticipated figure for next year, just because it comes out in January. So I'm waiting to see which of the two comes in the mail first. If my Bandito comes in the mail first, or if my Revoltech Amazing Yamaguchi Harley comes in the mail, because yeah, it's one of those things where one comes out one of them comes out sometime in January, and the other one I know is supposed to ship. So the Bandito is supposed to ship January 14th, I think, for everyone that bought it off of Odd Frog off their website. And then as for the Revoltech Harley, I'm about to see, because I pre-ordered her off of Hobby Genki. Yeah, that's her right there. Yeah, dude. This figure right here. You see this red? This is my most anticipated figure of next year. Like, this is, I'm already telling you, this is probably like figure of the year candidate for next year. Don't even have it in hand yet, but I can already tell this is figure of the year candidate. Because this Revoltech Harley, if I wasn't able to get the Ramonki Gun Girl, this probably would have been my figure of the year. But once I got her, she got dropped down to number 2. So she's still in the number 2 spot for figure of the year, because this is the reissue of the original Amazing Yamaguchi Harley. The difference with this one is that I'm gonna have to lower the, hang on a minute. Let me go in the settings here real quick and do this, because I think this is what's fucking with my my stream. I think because it's trying to, there we go. I think that's what it is. I had it at 720, and usually I have it at 480, and it runs I think if I put the camera at 720, it, for some reason, StreamYard fucks up. So I don't understand. But yeah, this is the reissue of the original Amazing Yamaguchi Harley, which I have. I have the Harley, or I had it, and then I sold it before this one came out. And I sold that figure. Now listen, don't, for anyone in the chat and anyone on the replay squad, don't get mad at me, but I sold it for a good chunk. I sold it for a good chunk because she was floating around like the 150 and up before they even announced the reissue. So I took advantage of it, and that figure had some issues anyway that this reissue fixed. Like on her hands, the paint that they used for her hands was kind of shitty, and it chipped away where her knuckles, or where the top of her like motorcycle, or her fingerless gloves, like at the top of her palm, or not palm, like the top of her hand that sticks out. Uh, the paint chipped off of that. So, but yeah, the what I sold my original Revoltech Harley for funded this. So it went from one Harley to another Harley. But this figure is fucking awesome, dude. She is so good. I need to review this figure. Really, really bad. And that was one of the main reasons I wanted this, because this faceplate was exclusive to the Ami Ami exclusive, which was in the New 52 Suicide Squad colors. And then the other version of her, which was more towards like the Rebirth Harley colors, had her blowing the bubble gum. But yeah, this figure is fantastic, dude. And I was so scared that I was gonna miss out on getting her, because if you didn't live in Japan, it was only exclusive to Japan. And if you didn't live in Japan, the only other way to get this figure was you had to physically go to SDCC. And when SDCC was the opening day of SDCC, if you weren't in line at the Kyoto booth and got one, you were fucked. That was it. So the only place that I saw that had her was Hobby Genki, that was selling it with the pre-order bonus, or with the bonus faceplate. I believe she's still up on Hobby Genki. I think I got her before they even started the tariff bullshit. So I think I paid the extra. Yeah, the blonde one. But I paid the extra shipping. I paid the second option for shipping that had the tracking number, because she was over $120, I think, when after tax and shipping and stuff like that, she was over 120. So I was not risking paying the cheapest shipping to not get a tracking number, and then she never shows up on my doorstep. I wasn't going to do that to myself. So yeah, but this figure is fantastic. Like I said, I believe she's still on Hobby Genki if you're interested in her. But yeah, she's a great figure. If you don't feel like paying that, I would say get the Suicide Squad Isekai version. Is that it? Isekai? The one that was from the Suicide Squad anime that they did. I'm looking to see if I'm looking to see if they have. I almost bought that fucking Revoltech Miku, but I told myself no, I'm not gonna get it, because I already have both of the Blockies versions. I don't necessarily need that one, and I'm about to buy the third Miku that they did, because it's a completely different version of her. So, and then I think they said that they're doing a fucking winter Miku, so that's it's another one that I'm gonna have to buy. So that's gonna be 4 Mikus. But what I like about Blockies is the fact that their pricing is so affordable that I can't help but say yes to buying another fucking Hatsune Miku figure that they make. Like I can't help it. I think the first Miku I bought was like $27 off of AliExpress. I think the Sakura Miku that came with that really cool tree and the little picnic basket and all the little food accessories, I think that was like $37. And I think this new one is like also 30 something dollars, and she has like articulated, her pigtails are articulated, and I was like I can't help but like want to give Blockies my fucking money because the shit is just, it's so good. It's just so damn good. But yeah, so this is for, hey, what's going on, Andy? How are you? We're starting, well, we started late tonight. Some work bullshit that got stuck in. But yeah, this is the one that I can't wait to get this Harley. This is probably like the go-to. Like if you want to get like an import Harley Quinn figure, like this is it. Because now Revoltech has the pinless. They're doing the pinless knees with her, so she doesn't have the big ball joints on the back of her legs, or on the back of her knees, like the one that I have. Like this looks more like what we get from like our domestic figures. So she has just pinless knees. She has the sunglasses. She's got the like tricked out pistol that she uses in the anime. She's got all these faces and very expressive. She's got all these hands. It's really cool. I think these are all reused from. I know. Well, they're kind of close. They're close to the ones that come with the Revoltech Harley. Like these come with them, but obviously the gloves are different. I think these are kind of close. And of course I did the pre-order bonus because I wanted this shit-eating grin faceplate for her. So I coughed up the extra dough for her. But like I said, I sold my original Revoltech Harley, and that went to fund this Harley. So shout out to the person that bought that figure, because you ended up funding this. So thank you. And it does say December 2025. So I think like technically December 27th is when she's supposed to come out, but give or take, she'll probably come out like early January. That's probably when I'll have her in hand. But yeah, that Revoltech Harley, I can't fucking wait, dude. I'm so excited for I'm so excited for that figure. Now I don't know if anyone saw, but so there has already been, this is for anyone that does the Black Friday shopping. So Walmart already had some pretty good figures that went up. In terms of classified, the Crimson Alley Vipers are $20 a piece now, which is actually a really good deal. The Night Force Tunnel Rat, I think, is like $14, which is also a really good deal. And I think Big Ben is $20 and change, I think, give or take right now, which also used to be a really expensive figure. Amazon, all the retro cards like Flint, Scarlet, I think CoverGirl, the Cobra Trooper, all those went on sale. The Televiper with the Cobra bubbles, the fuck are those called? The flight pods or whatever they're called. Oh, the trouble bubbles. Those I think are $32 right now, which is a really, really good deal. So if you don't have a trouble bubble, Amazon's got you for like $32, which is a really good deal. So that's something to keep an eye on for Amazon and stuff like that. Now, me, me, I was going to look and wait and see if maybe, you know, Valaverse does a Black Friday sale, because they always do. And I was going to try my luck with another Sidewinder, because unfortunately I did not get a variant, but unfortunately I did get a QC issue with my Sidewinder. So either way, I was going to try my luck and see if I got a regular Sidewinder without QC issues, or get a variant of Sidewinder. But if anyone is interested in the Robo Skull, or is following Skeletron, they posted this 2 days ago that on Black Friday, the Robo Knight, the Wolf Trooper, the Gyre Wolf, and the Jungle Wolf Trooper, as well as the character kits, are all going up on the site. So they already are getting the figures out to the people that backed the Robo Skull. So people are already getting those in hand. The Robo Skull, I think, came out last year, and I have seen it in person. When I went to DFW this year, I saw it in a display case, and I was like, I gotta get this fucking thing, and I totally forgot to get the Robo Skull, so it's sold out. But War Chest said he was looking to get rid of one, so I'm gonna have to take him up on that offer, because I want one of these fucking things on my shelf. This thing is beautiful. This thing is a piece of art, and I was just talking about my love for art, so this was a must. This is a must for me to get one of these damn Skeletron, or these Robo Skulls, because this thing is just it's too damn cool to pass up. And I already have a Vanguard. I already have a Ramen Van. So now I think it'd be a Robo Skull and a tank, and I'd be pretty satisfied. But yeah, this thing is fucking awesome. I don't know if they do an unboxing in this video, but let me see. Apologize if it's buffering. StreamYard is giving me some fucking issues tonight. Because for some reason it just won't let me enjoy my. It just will not let me enjoy having a stream tonight. So my apologies. But yeah, this thing is, and there's Shane. Shout out to Shane. I was trying to click on this to see if they did an unboxing video of this or not, but I can't get this fucking thing to work. Oh, there we go. Is it playing though, or is it buffering? Oh, there we go. Look at the box too. What presentation? Yeah, let me show this box. Or look at that. Look at that box. This is just the box. This is the protector box that it comes in. And then this is the actual box. Oh, it is so fucking beautiful. That's a beautiful box. That's a box you keep. You don't throw that away. And then those are the wings for this thing. So you can either put Gatling guns in the eyes, or you could put the missiles. It's got missiles in the mouth. It's got those cannons at the bottom. And then you could put the little drones in there and store it in the back. And then this is both 1/18th and 1/12th scale. So you could fit two 1/18th scale figures in it. Or if you take the seat out, you can put 1/12th scale. You could put a 1/12th scale figure in there. MS General. Let me see. Let's see. All right. All right. Well, while you guys are looking at this beautiful thing being put together, man, I want that thing so fucking bad. The thing is so cool. And I know it's based off of a toy from Action Force from like 50 years ago when I was but a small tadpole. And and yeah, this thing is just fucking awesome. Like the wings rotate. Yeah, this shit is so cool. I'm so pissed because when I went to DFW, they weren't selling them, or I think they only brought 4 of them, and they all sold that day. And I was like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? I was like, I wanted this fucking thing. I would have walked home with it. It would have been great. Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. The yeah, this model kit. Yeah, I know what you're talking about. This model kit that has you get like 2 figures. You get 2 figures on one. You get this Harley, and then you get the Dr. Harleen Quinzel, and she has the like spiked bat. Which this thing is really cool. I love that you get the little chair. Now this thing is really fucking cool. I don't know if I trust myself to put this fucking thing together without the pieces being all fucked up. I don't know if I trust myself. But if I ever saw this go on sale, if this went on sale, I'd buy it and give it a try. Oh, you have the mirror on pre-order? Let's I'm scared there better not be like anything popping up on here that is gonna get me outed. Oh, this is that one that just went up for pre-order, didn't it? Yeah, this mirror actually looks really cool. I like that you get a seahorse with a Damn, that's actually really fucking cool. That's pretty good. That's not a bad price either for that model kit. This one's kind of cool. See, now I'm going down a dangerous rabbit hole. I'm starting to look at model kits. Oh, that bear is fucking cool. I would buy this. I'd buy it just for the bear. Just for the pink like combat battle bear. I'm not in it for her. I'm not in it for the rhino. I'm in it for the bear. Because that thing is really cool. Oh shit, it has LEDs in it too. That's pretty badass. Yeah, like it's a pink bear. Like I can't pass that up. That's too damn cool for yeah, that's too damn cool. Um what's I on about? Oh yeah, the Skeletron stuff. So yeah, all three of the troopers are going on sale Friday. And they already announced the price. So if you're already in collecting the Operation Monster Force stuff, these are around the same price. So they'll be $38.99 each, which is not bad. It's not a bad price because these things actually look really fucking like this is the wolf. Is this the wolf trooper? No, I think this is the red weasel. But look at how much detail is on that dude. Pinless. Look at all this detail in the suit, in the boots, in his armor here, in the helmet, the pistol. This is the Jungle Trooper. I'm gonna be getting at least 3 of these on Friday. The other ones I'll go back for on Tuesday, but this I need at least 3 of these for right now. I want 6 of them altogether. Like 6 is probably my max for army building, at least the troopers. If it's except for the alley vipers, all army build the fuck out of those because they're regular. Like the first alley vipers they did, those army build the fuck out of because I love those like the orange and blue. But these, like, I could see just having a nice squad of 6 of these and be set. These robots are already up for pre-order on they're already up for pre-order on the Skeletron website, and I think these are 35. But these look really, really good. Like all these figures look so good. This is the other one that went up for pre-order, the kind of silver one. I don't know if they have a picture of him or not. I'm gonna look and see if they ever posted a picture. Those are the 4-inch figures. Yeah, these are the 6-inch ones. These jungle troopers look they're the jungle wolf troopers. They're so fucking cool. I love that. Oh, here they are right here. Yeah, these are the other troopers that they're selling. These I think it was Punk that said it that these will look really good with the battle armor Cobra Commander. And each of these head sculpts I believe is based off of someone who works at Skeletron that worked on the Robo Skull. And then this is the Red Weasel, which looks really cool. And honestly, this looks better than the Wild Weasel that Hasbro put out in their HasLab. And they all come with thumbs up hands, which I think is really fucking funny. So yeah, these things are really, really cool. These are this is the test shot for that Skeletron. Which looks really, really cool. So yeah, I know it's a bit pricey for the figures, but I think, what did this say it came with? So you get what, 2 weapons. The magazines come out of the rifle. You get 2 grenades, 2 claws. So that's already what, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weapons if you count the grenades. You get a jetpack, a blast effect, 4 hands. So 2 extra sets of hands, figure stand, and a blast effect. That's pretty fucking good. That, that might be a controversial take, but that's pretty. That, to me, I'm okay paying $38.99 if the figure is that gorgeous. I mean, that is. Yeah, this is really nice. I'll get some red for Bison Troopers. Yeah, let me go to the Skeletron Instagram page. I don't know, did they put up the times? I think they did. Yeah, so 9 a.m. Los Angeles. So if you're on Pacific time, it's 9 a.m. If you're on Standard Time, it's 12 p.m. And then if you're on Central Time, it'll be 11 a.m. is when these all go up. Now, if I had to guess which ones are going to be the first to go, or which ones are going to be the hot sellers on Friday, it's going to be these, because everyone I've seen that backed the Kickstarter that got at least one of these or 2 of them are going to go back and grab more of them, which I can't blame them. These things are fucking gorgeous. And yeah, these head sculpts are just really, really good. So they also have these too, these little drones. They sell them in packs of 3 because they had them at DFW. So they do sell those too, the little drones on their website. Actually, you know what? Let me go over to their website. Oh, they also are selling the compendium of the volumes of the original Action Force comics, which I think they're like 77 a piece. But to be fair, though, I don't really know if you're going to be able to find all those older Action Force comics. And then I think for all 3 sets, it's like 167, which is not bad. Because I think per volume, what is it, like 50? It's like 50 or maybe over 50 per volume if you're doing the G.I. Joe compendium of the original run of those comics. I think. I'm not too sure, though. I think that's a guess because I don't own any of the compendiums, but I do want the compendium so then I could read and brush up on some of these characters that I'm not too familiar with. Because like I said, I started collecting around 25th anniversary. So a lot of characters that I had, I didn't know their backstory. They were just, hey, I have G.I. Joe. I knew who Duke was, and I knew who Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow was, because I had the I didn't have the comics. I had the cartoon uh, on DVD. But obviously the cartoon didn't cover all the characters. But I'm going to go over to their website, because I saw these too. I saw these and I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to get one of each of these to put up on my wall. This Skeletron piece is really cool. Like that's a really, I don't know why the hell I'm using this when I have a fucking mouse that's right next to me. Listen, I'm running off low fumes here, people. So you're not getting me at 100% tonight. But yeah, this is gorgeous. And then they also have this art print too, which is also really cool. Which is the Jungle Troopers, and it has the Robo Skull, and the mouth opens on it too, which is really cool. I love that it has this like kind of bubble design for like an actual comic book, or there's a specific name for this type of art style, but you mostly see it with comics. But yeah, this is really fucking cool. That's a really cool ass art print. And then these are so if you collect 1/18 scale, they also did 1/18 scale versions, which also look equally as good. And if you have ever bought any of the Marauders Gunrunners figures, these are essentially what those figures are, because Marauders did both these 4-inch ones and they did the 6-inch ones of each of the troopers so far. Which I gotta say, for like $26, this is a lot of fucking detail. I want to say the only time I've personally seen this much detail on a figure is when Hasbro was doing Pursuit of Cobra back in 2010. I want to say like 2010 to 2013, I think. Like right around when they started doing Retaliation, that's when like Hasbro was locked the fuck in. Like they were locked in, and almost everything they put out for Pursuit of Cobra was really good. Like the Alley Viper they did was really good. One of my favorite figures they've done in terms of like the Cobra Troopers was the Cobra Shock Troopers, which were essentially Cobra's personal SWAT team. They had riot shields, they had shotguns, sledgehammers, they had tasers, they had the billy clubs or the nightsticks. They had like the fancy handguns with the laser sights at the bottom. The Pursuit of Cobra Firefly was also really good because he came with a backpack that you could open and put stuff in. He came with that cool futuristic helmet. He had these clip-on like wrist gauntlets that were like if he set off an explosive or he's like trying to block bullets, they were like armor plated wrist gauntlets. He had those. He had like a pair of handguns, and he had like a really cool, like an HK, some type of HK compact like rifle, which was really cool. The POC Beachhead was also really good because he came with a shitload of weapons. He came with the cool flak jacket that had the knife that you could take out. Like I said, those alley vipers are really good. The zombie vipers, which I still buy those every time I go to a convention. Like the past 2 DFWs I've bought zombie vipers at. Another really good Pursuit of Cobra figure. Technically, he's considered 30th anniversary, but I still consider him Pursuit of Cobra because it was the same team that was doing them. What's going on, Kaiju Kitty? Was the Pursuit of Cobra Lifeline. Fantastic, really, really good figure. His case that he came with had the and I got this from someone at DFW that was selling all their Joe shit, so it's probably missing some stuff. It's definitely missing some stuff, but I have everything that was supposed to go in the case. Like, so his defibrillator pads, the little IV drip. I think he's missing the mask and the tube that you squeeze, the air tube. What else was he missing? He's missing his handgun, and I think he's missing the stretcher. I have that stretcher somewhere because the dude gave me the stretcher that's supposed to flip out, I think, or maybe he didn't come with that stretcher. I don't know. It was really late that night, and Woody and them were trying to get the fuck out of the hotel and go back to the Airbnb. So I like rushed and tried to grab whatever this dude had. So it'll probably take me a minute to. I have a bulletproof jock strap. No, not a jock strap. Wrist gauntlets, not jock strap. Anyway, yeah. So if you're interested in the 4-inch figures, they have them up here on their site. They have all 3 of them. So the Wolf Trooper, the Gyre Trooper, or the Gyre Trooper, and the Jungle Wolf Trooper. And then, like I said, they also have the little Skeledrones too. So, yeah, these the 6-inch ones are supposed to go up, like I said, on Friday. So, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be getting some of each. I'll probably get the chrome ones probably last. Those Jungle Troopers, I'm grabbing those first because those are the ones that drew me in. And if I knew about this Kickstarter when it first came out, I would have backed it. Even if I knew in advance that I'd have to wait a couple of years to actually get what I ordered, I would rather that because I waited 4 years for figures that I backed and never fucking got the figures. So, and if you're curious about that, 3POA podcast did an episode covering crowdfunding, and I actually didn't know that they talked about the Invincible Toys Futuristic Combat Soldiers. So I left a couple of comments on their video because um, they weren't sure if people actually got their refunds. And I explained the situation to them, and all they responded with was, wow. So it's a pretty valid response if you know, paid, made an investment on figures, waited 4 years to then be told that you weren't not only getting the figures, but that you were only able to get a partial amount back of what you paid. So I backed for 2 figures, which was $70, and I believe I got $45 back, which is not too bad. I wish I could have got my entire amount back, but unfortunately I couldn't. But I also feel bad for the people that went in with the all-in pledge, where it was like $200 or $300, and they only got back about 100 and something. So probably not even half of what they spent on the actual pledge, which kind of sucks. It has pockets. I call it my tactical chastity belt. Oh boy, now we're talking about chastity belts again. If you didn't know what that means, go watch the newest episode of Smoking Joe's, and you'll completely understand what what I mean by that comment. So, anyway, yeah. So, um, that was pretty much it. Like, there really wasn't any new news or anything. Big Bad Toy Store doesn't have anything new that went up that we didn't cover last week. I already talked about the oh shit, you know what? No, I didn't. Oh fuck, I didn't even know this E Honda went up. Okay, well, we'll talk about E Honda because I didn't know E Honda went up for pre-order. I knew that. Look, I take my virtue seriously. Oh boy. Um, so this E Honda, I guess, went up for pre-order. Interesting that they didn't go with a soft goods for the lower half. I would have went with soft goods, but that's just me. That's cool though that he comes with that effect piece. So he's not bad. It just kind of I don't quite know how I feel about this figure, to be quite honest with you. Maybe because I never played E Honda in Street Fighter, but I'm not really fucking with what's going on here. I don't really like that. I don't really like that. I would have rather they had just went with soft goods, because at least you could mess with the soft goods and it wouldn't. You go to strike a pose and it's just his junk is just hanging out there. I'm not quite a fan of that. I don't really like that. So I kind of wish that they had just went and did, the soft goods. I don't know. He feels very lackluster. Yeah, he feels kind of lackluster compared to like Sagat and Blanca. Yeah, he feels pretty lackluster. Even next to fucking Balrog, he's very lackluster. like Balrog, I have no issues with him. He actually looks really good. Like the extra face sculpt looks really good. Extra hands for the gloves and the punching effects. It's like I don't really have issues with him. Nor do I have issues with Akuma. I think this Akuma looks really good. Even though he's essentially just reusing the body. Actually, I don't know if that body is Ryu. Maybe they did sculpt some new stuff, but yeah, this Akuma even looks better than the fucking E Honda. I don't know. Akuma looks mid to me. That's funny because Lackluster was how I felt about Vega. I don't know. Where's Allende? Let's get Allende. If you're still in here, how do you feel about this? How do you feel about this Yonda? Because I don't know. I'm gonna go off Allende because he's more knowledgeable about Street Fighter than I am. I've played Street Fighter 2. I personally like Alpha 2 a little bit more. But yeah, like Sagat, I feel like is a better. I don't know, for that like 34. I feel like you get more value out of Sagat or even Blanca. Because Sagat was a really good. He is a really good figure. I couldn't stop posing him when I took him out of the box. I was just sitting here in my chair and like I pulled him out of the box after I got home from my friend's wedding, and I was just like, like this figure is actually really fucking cool. And then like a day or two later, I opened a Blanca and was like, it was also a really cool figure. So I don't know. I kind of can't wait to get Vega. I feel like Vega is also a really cool figure. I don't know. He doesn't look lackluster to me, but then again, Vega never really had like a very intricate design. It was always pretty simple. So, I mean, I think, yeah, his masks look really good. He's got the effect piece for the claw. I don't know. He looks cool to me. Akuma looks mid. Well, Akuma never had a intricate. Like I said, some of these never really had intricate designs. Like, especially for Street Fighter 2, they never really had intricate designs. I think once we started getting into like 4 is when the designs started to get a little extra. 5 definitely, because everybody had the same build, like they were too overly muscular. And then 6, they kind of did a little bit better with the designs, but not entirely. They're not like, they don't really capture that essence that the original ones had. It looks okay. I don't think Soda made him, so this will be your first Yonda. Oh, you know what? I don't think they did show a Zangief. I think Zangief and T-Hawk are the last 2, and then that's it for the Street Fighter 2 roster, which this is all I'm getting. Like I'm still missing quite a few here, but once I get everyone from Street Fighter 2, that's it. That's it. I'm not getting Alpha 3. I'm not getting Third Strike. If they do like R Mika, I'll get R Mika and I'll get Sakura, but that's it. And maybe I'll get, what was her name from Alpha 2? It's not Ivy. Ivy, I think, is Soul Calibur. Who the fuck? What the fuck was her name from Alpha 2? I can't remember what her name was from Alpha 2, and this is gonna bother me. Oh god, what was her name? I know she's on their roster. Let me see. Rose, that was her name. I don't know why I thought Vivi. I don't know why I thought Ivy or Vivi. No, I thought Soul Calibur. Yeah. Yeah. Soul. Oh, dude, I want someone to make Soul Calibur figures so fucking bad. Oh, I want Soul Calibur figures so bad. And Storm Collectibles has the fucking license to make Soul Calibur figures. And I know damn well they're not going to do anything with that license, just like Darkstalkers. I wanted a nice roster of Darkstalker characters, and we have only gotten Damien and Morrigan, and I don't even think Lilith even came out yet. And Storm Arena has been teasing a Morrigan and Lilith for almost 3 years now, and they have yet to make any fucking updates on those figures. Like, I want a nice selection of Darkstalker figures. I want Soul Calibur figures. I want Storm Arena to actually make the King of Fighter figures, because I know Storm did them, but I want them to be more. I want those to be more in scale, because yeah, they're yeah, Soul Calibur would be fucking awesome. I would love Soul Calibur figures. I would love for Storm to get off their ass and actually make some figures of the licenses that they have. You know, because getting Street Fighter figures is nice, but it's like, if there's already another company doing Street Fighter figures, like, what the fuck? Like, you know, Street Fighter is not the only fighting game that's got a large following. Like Tekken has a huge following. What else? People would buy Dead or Alive figures. I don't know if Alpha Red's in here, but I know Allende would buy what's her name? Kitsune from Dead or Alive. What's another one? Hang on a minute before I even say this, because I know this is probably not even a fighting game. I don't even think this is a fighting game, is it? No. Never mind. I don't think this is actually I don't think this is a fighting game. But I think they are actually making a new Guilty Gear game. Or maybe they did make a new Guilty Gear game. Oh no, Guilty Gear is a fighting game. Never mind. Guilty Gear is actually a fighting game. So maybe, yeah. there's probably a following for Guilty Gear if they made the original Guilty Gear. But I mean, there's so many fighting games that could get figure lines. Because I mean, there's always a new fighting game on the block. Like I think now there's they're coming out with a new Marvel fighting game. I think 2KXO is supposed to come out on consoles at some fucking point. Because I couldn't even play the beta because it was only for PC, which I think is bullshit. They should have had a beta for the consoles too. But I don't even think. Yeah, it's only on fucking. Yeah, it was only on fucking beta. It was only on PC, which is bullshit. Because I actually wanted to play that because it's like an MVC. It's like MVC, but with League of Legends characters. But I can't remember what that new Marvel game was. It was like Marvel Fighting. What the hell was it called? Marvel. Yeah, what was that new? Marvel Token Fighting Souls, I guess is what it's called. Interesting. 8 playable characters. So it shows the next year. But is it... I can't tell if it's supposed to be like MVC or what the fuck it's supposed to be. Like, I thought maybe because of the art style, but... I also don't really know how I feel about some of the designs for these characters. Oh, well, you know what? I kind of fuck with the iron. Hang on. I'm going to show you. Yeah, that's it. I kind of like the Iron Man design is kind of cool. I'm going to see if I can share this without the audio because I don't want to get... I don't want to get copyright strikes. Do they even have like a trailer for this game or anything like that? Because I'm curious how it plays because, like I said, 2KXO plays like MVC, so there's going to be a lot of people that I think are going to shift to play that once it comes out. I wish they would have put out a fucking beta already for the console players because I don't quite know how big the there it is. Because yeah, I don't really know if there's a bigger community of like PC fighting game players than there is on. Well, I mean maybe because you could plug in a fight stick for both PC and console. But this is it right here. Hopefully this is showing it right. Yeah, so I don't have the audio on because I'm not about to get fucking struck for some bullshit, but yeah, so I don't know, like the style kind of reminds me of like Street Fighter. It kind of reminds me of Street Fighter. But yeah, I guess you can tag in. So I guess maybe it is the MVC inspired because you could tag in 2v2. And I think there's only like eight. I think there's only like 8 characters you can play as, at least in the beta. But it doesn't look bad. I don't know if it's gonna be like a free to play or if they're gonna charge, if they're gonna tack a price onto it. I think they took the tagging model from SNK. Probably because 2KXO also has that tag in where you can tag in where you could stack 2v2. But I mean, Storm at least looks good. I don't really have any issues with that Storm. Like the Captain America, I don't know. I don't know what we're quite doing there. The Spider-Man looks okay. Doom looks pretty cool. I actually really like the Iron Man though. It's like a mix of, it's like the love child of I don't know, like a Common Rider and an Iron Man suit. I kind of like yeah, it says 2026, so we'll see. I mean, we'll see. But that was the first time I ever even saw the trailer, so but I know it'll probably be the talk of the town. But yeah, I don't quite yeah, I don't quite like that Captain America. But like I said, Doom looks cool. Storm looks really cool. I don't know if this is going to be one of those things that Hasbro takes a look at and is like, maybe we can make figures of, because I know there's been that rumor that they wanted to make figures from Marvel Rivals, and we haven't seen shit from that. So I don't I don't quite know if that's still happening. Or not, but there's some designs that I would want as figures if they did if they did Psylocke. I would buy that Psylocke. All the Fantastic Four in there actually look really good. I like their designs. It's another one. But also Blockies is doing this too. Oh, Mantis. I would buy Mantis because I played Mantis. Punisher actually looked pretty cool. The Iron Man looked cool. Like there's some pretty good designs in there. I think they just added Gambit and Rogue the other day. I don't know because I deleted the game. I kind of got tired of it. The like Overwatch effect hit me, and I was like, I'm kind of tired of playing like the same 5 fucking maps Like there's only like 5 maps that you can play, and there's maybe like a handful, like a couple of modes you could play. And I was like, you know what? I could play something else. And so I did. I went and I played something else. All right, so I'm on the look for this 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 damn, where is it? Feature pre-order. Oh, there he is. Here's this guy right here. All right, this is the one that yeah, this is the one that I was talking about earlier that Red said that he pre-ordered, that he went with the deluxe. So yeah, I might have to go with the deluxe. Bit pricey. But I really do like the design of this figure. I really like them. And then that Hazuki figure is also up there too, in case anyone happens to be interested in that. And then if you're like me and you're currently adopting bunnies, they also have this really nice bunny that is up for pre-order too, that you can adopt. A bit feisty from the picture, so might be a bit aggressive towards the other bunnies that you may have. Um, but yeah, this bunny is up for pre-order too, and she comes out Q2 at 26. And then the Fox Lady is also up for pre-order on there too. I saw she was on Bombus Bee as well, so the Hazuki girl is also up there too. So personal preference, but I'd say grab them if you want them, because sometimes these things tend to sell out. And if you don't believe me, look at the instance of the Ramonkey Gun Girl. She sold out twice. Sometimes I saw her sell out 4 times. It was every time she went up for stock, she immediately sold out within like probably an hour. So I'm just saying, you have that. You always have that that dilemma of whether or not some of these are going to sit or if some of them are going to sell out. But I also have, in terms of newer figures that are supposed to come out, let me see. This one I think I should be getting hit for. I think this Sunday, I think I'm supposed to get hit for this one. This lovely, lovely bunny girl who's making heart hands. So she's not like the other one who was a little bit more aggressive. So maybe she'll play nice with the other with the other bunny girls that I have. So yeah, if you're also interested in her, it shows she sold out here, but I think Bombus Bee had her. But honestly, I would say just wait until next week, because they might still have her, or she might be in stock, and then you could just grab her instead of having to wait. But yeah, and then the Panzer Bunny also comes out on Sunday. So if you were like me and you pre-ordered her, best get ready to be charged for her. Luckily, she wasn't that expensive. She was only like 40, which is not too bad. Usually these snail shell figures get real pricey depending on which one you get, but she's cool. I like her. She's got some chutzpah to her. And then they also had the deluxe, or not the deluxe, the add-on, kit for her, which was this right here. She has the extra hands and the Car 98. I think that's a Car 98. Car 98 and the tank grenades and the little belt you could put on her and this little kind of robot arm contraption you could put her with too. And then I think it was Ami Ami was selling a jacket. Oh no, Bombus B had the jacket for her too. If you give me a second, we'll go over to Bombus B real quick. Like, let us see. Oh, and it looks like Bombus B has a Black Friday sale, so I guess if there's anything you're interested in, feel free to check out the merchandise on there in case you're interested. Or if maybe there was some third-party Transformers, which I'm sure Woody probably forgot, but I did find that Unicron that he was looking for, and it ended up being a third party. It's a third party Transformer, so I don't know how he feels about that. But that glow in the dark Unicron that he was looking at ended up being a third party Transformer. Where the hell is that figure at now? I'm gonna, just for shits and giggles one day. I don't know. I don't think Alpha Red's on here. I think he probably went to sleep. But one of these days, I'm gonna buy these and send them to Red. Send them some sexy pot ladies. I'm gonna send them the sexy pot ladies. So let me take a look see here and try to find the stupid ass sexy pot ladies. Gosh darn you. Curse you, sexy pot ladies. Let's see, did they actually still have? Oh, yeah, I am so glad I took that off the screen. Woo, that probably would have got me in trouble. And that one probably would have got me in trouble too. Jeez, man, they really are out here. They are just really selling the most. Wasn't enough to wake me up though. But it was enough to give me a fucking surprise. Jeez, I wasn't expecting to be caught with that right there. Something usually Snape would show on on his Friday streams that he does. That is definitely not the well, I can tell you what, that's definitely not the fucking bunny girl I was looking for. I think I bargained for more than I could handle there. Where the hell is this damn figure at? Oh yeah, I definitely cannot show those on stream. Wonder if I click on this one, if it ends up showing it somewhere towards the bottom, maybe. Jeez, Bombasby is truly the Wild West of buying figures, because you really have no fucking idea what you are truly in for on here. Fucking hell. That was something. Jeez. Alright, I found this figure. Yeah, so they have her up here for 72, so a little bit more pricier than what what I think 5K had her for. I know, I think 5K had her for 49, so that's not too bad. But yeah, she's coming out next week, and then the one that I showed with the Riot Shield is coming out next week. So, like I said, if you pre-ordered her, here it is. Here's that jacket. Oh, the jacket sold out. Oh, but yeah, this is what she looks like with the jacket. So all you figure photographers out there, you get her a nice jacket. You get her a nice jacket, and yeah, I kind of wish she came with that dish or the little tray. It's kind of cool. But yeah, she looks cool. I kind of like it. It's kind of reminds me like a bomber jacket. That's probably actually what it is. It reminds me of something that it actually is. So, yeah, not bad. Not bad. But in terms of pickups, though, my one and only pickup for this week, shout out to Jay Gonzo for letting us know. I bought this fucking thing for, I think, $6 or $7. It is a Snoop on the Stoop chair, and I guess it's meant for you to put your Snoop on the Stoop in if you have one. I don't. But it is 1/12 scale. So, like for example, there you go. It is 1/12. Oh, she almost fucking slid right out of the chair. So it is 1/12 scale, in case you're wondering. Now I am not going to keep it like this. I am going to. Can already tell that there's a seam splitting this. I think it could be disassembled. I think. Maybe. I guess if you. I like how on the bottom, in case you didn't know what you bought, a Snoop on the Stoop, New York, New York. But yeah, so this thing is like $7. I think if you hit it with a couple hits of primer, I personally use gray primer myself, just to get all this gold and to get rid of all this kind of glossiness and to build some texture on the seat there. And then if you went in and hand painted this with some nice gold, and if you wanted to keep it green, you could do that, or paint it red or whatever, and then went in with like a nice wash. I think this would actually look really nice. But yeah, check the seasonal section. Check the seasonal section at Walmart, because they are there. These are actually selling out really fast. I don't know if it's because collectors like Gonzo figured out that these are 1/12 scale, or if people are genuinely buying these to put a miniature Snoop Dogg to sit in for the holiday season, to then box up and keep in the attic for 300 and something days, to then pull him out of the attic and put him back on his fucking chair. It's probably the first option. I'm hoping it's just the first option and it's not people are genuinely buying a chair for a fucking elf on the shelf that looks like Snoop Dogg. But anyway, that's it. We went for 2 hours. I'm actually going to cut this one short because I don't know if you can tell, I'm stumbling over my words. I'm fucking exhausted. And I was going to wait until tomorrow to do this, but I figured since my plans for, what my plans were for tonight were essentially thrown out the window, I figured that I would at least do a stream this week. So, yeah. So that's going to do it for me. Thank you to Kaiju Kitty, Allende, and Alpha Red for stopping by. I know we did this a little late. I will actually be on time next week. And yeah, hopefully you guys have luck with the chair. And if your Sidewinder ended up having some QC issues like mine, just email Valaverse and let them know. And that way they could add you to the list whenever replacement parts come out. So yeah, that's going to do for me. Thank you to everyone for watching. And yeah, I'm going to end it here because this is going to be a hell of a week. I finish up my last couple of days at this store location, and then Saturday I start at my new store location. Same department for right now, but this was my only way of having the opportunity in the future to move up to the position that I'm trying to get at. So, yeah, wish me luck. Don't tell me to break a leg because my dumbass probably would. So don't do that. And yeah, I'll see all of you next week. I'm out.